Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Real News Extra. My name is Fred. I'm the operations manager here at Relaw APC, and joining me today is Jennifer Felten, the principal and founder of Relaw APC. So Jennifer, please explain a tragedy that happened to a new home buyer in Wisconsin.
This is a really sad story.
Yeah.
This poor guy, he buys this house from this very nice little old lady, and not long after he moves into the house, someone comes and says, you know, you're in my grandma's house, get out. And he talks to the guy, he explains that he bought the house and gets the guy to go away. He calls the police, makes a police report, thinks everything's fine, and like a day later, the guy comes back and kills him. And,
oh, wow.
And
yeah.
Over thinking it was his grandma's house. The guy was not in a great state of mind.
Clearly. And
didn't know what had happened with the house being sold, and thus improperly attacked the actual owner.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
It's a rough story.
Yeah. What lessons can home buyers learn from such a tragic event?
Yeah, so knowing, who you're buying from, like often with a sale or a purchase transaction, it's a very arm's length transaction. You're dealing with realtors and maybe not knowing who the other parties are on your transaction. So knowing who you're dealing with, I mean, things can happen and can't control everything.
Yeah,
but knowing who you're dealing with, and if there is something that happens, if there's some sort of event that leads you to believe something isn't right, taking action to protect yourself and minimize the chance of being attacked or having a future issue is really important.
Yes. From a legal standpoint, how does one go about resolving such disputes, especially those that involve such like a property history,
right,
or lingering emotional or legal ties?
Right. So again, it's really all about knowing as much as you can,
okay,
doing your due diligence to have disclosure of any potential risk, problem area, and then putting plans in place to mitigate.
Right. Great. Well, thank you. And thank you for joining us on this episode of the Real News Extra. If you're enjoying this content, I invite you to click on like or subscribe, and of course, ring that little bell for future notifications. My name is Fred. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.